Hey everyone, I hope you're good. I hope you can hear me. Um, I am just waiting for my full setup to come online. So welcome if you guys are streaming me on Kick. Um, hey, and today I've decided to add on TikTok stream as well. So I will be going into depth, or I will be going into detail today to talk about weight loss and why you are not losing weight. Everybody has a concept and everyone has an idea as to what weight loss is. And we have a lot of clever people here too. So there are a lot of people that feel as if they understand weight loss because, I mean, the information is out there. But how you're combining the information, how you're combining all the information, how you're combining everything that's necessary is really what's holding you back. So I'm going to explain it in a very simple and very direct way so that you understand it better, so that you don't go around questioning everything. And I'm also going to go into detail and show my three staple supplements for weight loss during a time of extreme weight loss. So you definitely want to tune in on that. If you're following on TikTok, please do give me a follow. The best way to support my work is to follow and watch, and we'll get into it. So I felt like talking about this now because I'm obviously in a period of weight loss right now. I'm preparing for a show. So I am going to be competing in 154 days. Well, I'm day 4 of 154 days. I will be competing in NPC Classic division, and I was going through a consultation with a client, explaining why and how, explaining the plan, obviously explaining the program that they're on, and the importance of what it is we put together for them to burn weight. And obviously, typical questions came up, and this is why I chose to make this video. Now, to get straight into it, everybody has a concept of weight loss. Everybody, if you go on the internet, they're going to give you the basic information. People are going to tell you, hey, weight loss is calorie deficit. Weight loss is about burning fat. Weight loss is about so and so. And obviously we've come into a mode where we've come into a situation where a lot of people are trying to lose weight in clever ways. People are trying to be very intelligent with how they lose weight and how they burn fat, which is not necessary. I mean, look, it's fine to find really good ways to hack it, but the truth is the most simplest way is the best way. And that's just the reality of weight loss. Now, a very annoying thing. I mean, wow, people are inviting me. I'm not taking any invite. I'm going through a specific thing here, so I won't be doing these live games with you guys. So, one thing that people get right is, okay, you gotta eat well. And there's this concept that abs are made in the kitchen, or yes, weight loss is 80% food, 20% gym, and what, which is true. But it's missing a lot of information. There's a lot of information missing from that specific point, which people don't seem to understand. Yes, weight loss is done in the kitchen. Yes, your diet is very important. However, you can't simply just burn calories if you're doing nothing. Allow me to explain deeper. Okay, so when you're in a calorie deficit, for those people who don't understand what a calorie deficit is, basically you're eating less than you burn throughout the day, right? So you're just eating less than the amount of energy that you use, right? So that you can burn fat. But now, people who say they eat clean and don't need to exercise, this is where you get it wrong, right? The eating cleanly is an input, right? You can't be in a deficit unless there's an output. And the output is how much you're burning. So let's go to the burning aspect of the weight loss, right? You have to be burning in order to lose, to be in a deficit. If now you choose to start eating salads and cabbage diets and all these things where you're like, okay, I'm just going to be eating less than I did before, very soon and very quickly, the body needs to adapt. So in a state of weight loss, your body The whole point of your body losing all that weight and everything is because you're obviously shocking. You're depriving it of nutrients or depriving it of calories that it didn't take before. And now you get into a point where you're like, okay, I need to cut down on all of this. I need to cut down. I need to lower the amount of food I'm eating. And great, that works just fine. However, right? However, the body doesn't understand that, and it needs to adapt in order to manage, because remember, you eat less, you have less energy, you feel nauseous, you feel tired, so the body needs to adapt to that so that it can allow you to carry it the whole day, right? So how do you now remain in a deficit when your body's caught up to the diet? How do you now remain in a burning phase when now you've burnt all the calories, you've eaten up everything, and now you're not doing anything? And now the body's like, okay, if this person wants to eat 1 meal a day, we're going to sustain the body on 1 meal a day, right? So after some time goes by, you're no longer in a calorie deficit. That's your maintenance. That's what your body's using to maintain itself and hold itself up, right? There's no longer that thing of, no, now you're in a deficit because you're not doing anything. There's no output. What is the output? Working out is the output. Certain supplements that help you burn is the output, because now when you work out, right, you start burning more calories. I mean, the concept is so easy. You start burning more. So what's going to happen is you're going to start burning calories, and then you're going to be burning more than you eat, meaning you're going to be in a deficit, because now you're actually utilizing your body and you're using it to burn more calories, allowing you to actually start burning fat. Now, it's nice when you put it in that concept that, okay, that means you have to gym, right? But then what people get wrong as well, another thing they get wrong is how they go about combining the nutrition with the workouts, right? And then let's talk about nutrition first before we jump into the workouts part, because you kind of need to understand is what is eating to burn fat or eating cleanly, right? A lot of people will want to eat cleanly, and the concept is, okay, I'm just going to have fruits, I'm going to have rice, I'm going to have, or I'm not going to have any carbs, right? I'm not going to eat any carbs, and I'm just going to stop having fast food and ice cream and stuff, which is a good place to start. Zero sugar, that's a very good place to start. I'm going to cut sugar out of my diet, so on and so forth. Great. Now, what you need to do from that is actually now start picking the foods, because not all foods help with burning fat. They're just there, right? So you can simply say you're eating clean, and then you deprive yourself of all proteins, and you deprive yourself of all carbs, and then you find yourself losing weight, but you're also losing muscle, and then you lose your figure, you lose your frame, you end up shrinking, right? And that is something. Now, how do you control that? You've got to know what builds you. A crash course on that. Proteins help build muscle. Carbs help build muscle, but they also help with energy and stamina. And then there's healthy fats that allow you to hold on to things a little bit longer. Now, why are fats important? You digest food pretty quickly. Food gets digested. Like how you convert food into muscle is through how you digest it and how long it takes for your body to use it up. Now, if you're on a diet and you're on a calorie deficit, but you're still trying to build muscle, and you take on a diet that has no protein or has no fats, and you start losing weight, but now you're like, I'm not building any muscle because I'm burning my food too quickly, right? Because proteins and carbs burn a little bit faster. You take healthy fats, you take a very healthy fat to slow down digestion so that your body has more time. You're giving your body more time to use the food. It's easy when you think of it like that. What are healthy fats? Avocado. Some people take in, like, banana has some healthy fats in it. Avocado, almond butter, almonds. Certain nuts have healthy fat, and there's a huge list of foods that you can get into, that you can try out, that will allow you to add it to foods to make sure that you kind of convert the slow down the digestive time to give your body more time to burn the fat. Now, how do you mix it with nutrition? Wow, I'm talking Japanese. How do you mix it with nutrition? So there's a concept that people have where you eat less and you train more. But when they say eat less, they eat 1 meal a day, or they eat 2 meals a day and think that the body's going to be okay with that. No. You build your workouts and your training program based on the foods that you eat that day. If you're trying to burn more on that day, you'll have less quantity in the meals, but you'll still have a certain amount of meals in the day to make sure that when you get to the gym, that you don't pass out, that you're able to build muscle, and that you're also able to have a good digestive system going throughout. So, any reasonable coach will tell you that a minimum of 4 to 6 meals a day is required. Whether you're losing weight or whether you're gaining weight, how much? Hi, Lincoln. How much foods you eat is going to impact how much you gain and how much you lose. There's where the calorie deficit and the calorie surplus issue comes in, right? So you're going to have micro meals building up, but you're going to have high protein, low carb, so that you build muscle, right? And the carb is there for the energy. It's not there to assist with weight gain, right? You build a lot of muscle, but you burn a lot of fat. That is how people get lean and lose fat at the same time. It's very important to understand that there is a difference between fat loss and weight loss, right? Don't base your entire program on what the scale says, right? Standing on the scale is only going to tell you how much your body weighs. But you can lose a lot of fat and convert it into muscle without necessarily losing as a kg or a gram on the scale, because muscle and fat weighs the same. But your appearance will be so much more better. You hear it all the time. People will tell you, like, I haven't dropped any weight, but these new jeans fit me now so well, and my old jeans are starting to fit again, and clothes are starting to hold me a little looser again, and all that other stuff. And that comes in to you converting, you're taking fat and muscle and just swapping them around. So don't be fixated on the scale. Don't use the scale to determine how much weight you're burning. It really isn't a good indicator for weight loss, for fat loss. It's very important that you focus on your appearance and how you look. That's why pictures tell a better story than pictures will always tell a better story than the scale, right? So with coaching and fitness trainers, what the ones I trust do and what I do myself is I ask my clients to take weekly pictures on the same day of the week. So every day on the same day of the week, you take a picture in the exact same lighting, and then that's where you'll notice how the plan is working. That's where you'll notice where your current fat loss and fitness plan is kind of coming together, because you put the pictures together and you compare them. Okay, this one's burning, this one's not burning. It really is just as simple as that. So now that we get back to where the nutrition part comes into it, your meals will determine how much you're burning that day, which is calorie deficit. But you also need to utilize the training, otherwise it doesn't work in. Now, to like my favorite part about what this conversation was about. When you start losing weight, you need things that's going to help your body, because remember I told you your body is going to try and adapt to the whole thing. So this is where supplements come in. Supplements assist in helping your body do things and impact the course of the weight loss without you trying too hard, and also just to surpass normal biology. These does not mean that these things are not natural. This just helps your body kick into gear more. Now, the number one thing, and I'm going to start explaining the supplements. So, the number one thing that happens when you start losing a lot of fat is that you do get weaker. So, most people in the gym will be like, okay, during my weight loss, I started losing strength. Yeah, because, the carbs and all that other stuff, when you're in a deficit, you're obviously not going to have the same amount of energy. You are going to get somewhat weaker, right? And you are going to get into a point where you're going to still try and pull your old weights or still try to do what you did before while you're in a mode of getting weaker. And it's very easy to get injured in that time, right? So that is why I love this supplement. So BPC 157, right, is a peptide supplement that was designed to keep your body functioning well, right? Its main purpose is obviously to help people who have experienced injuries. So if you've ever been injured before, or if you've ever been hurt during a sport, or you have joint issues, or you've hurt yourself in an accident, this peptide here repairs your tissue and bone. It repairs all the tissue in your body down to your bone. It allows you to heal. But now the reason why I like it in a form like this is because it is now a daily supplement to make sure, first of all, it increases your collagen output. So the body developing more collagen means that you're going to be healing more, you're going to be recovering quicker. Okay, so you're going to be healing, and you're also going to be preventing yourself from getting injured during the cut. But what it also does, which is very, very important, I'm going to talk about this now, is that it also helps with gut health, and it also helps with the lining in your gut, right? Why this is important. If you are not digesting foods correctly, or if you are, how can I say this? If you are not regular, if you're not taking the right amount of fibers, your protein and your fat sit in your intestines as waste, and your body doesn't convert everything. And a bad digestion means that you're not going to burn the fat. A lot is going to be held up because of how much fat is in your system. And with this cleaning up your gut, you will constantly be in a mode of burning that fat because your body will be able to digest correctly. And as long as you're digesting correctly, you are having a good cycle in your food. So this is a second to none supplement. It is vital, right? Especially for people who enjoy running or people who enjoy high intense cardio. Those are high catabolic, but those are high intense sports, and you get injured so easy. As runners will know this. Anybody who goes out for a run, you'll know that you get injured so easy. So taking this supplement every single day will allow you to continue to train well without having all these unnecessary injuries, or just prevent any gym-ending injury, because a lot of the times people will go into a cut and then they'll start getting injured, and then it'll be their excuse to stop the dieting, stop the weight loss, because I started doing weight loss and then I pulled my shoulder and the doctor said I had to be out of the gym for a month, or I did this, I did that, and it really just throws you back. So this is a very good supplement to get there. Now, another one that I love a lot, right? This is another peptide fat burner. This one is called SLU, right? SLU PP332. A lot of people, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this peptide on the internet. So peptides are the future, but I'll explain to you what this one does specifically. And this is really good for lazy people, but like I said, you need to add this to your active profile so that you don't fall behind. So what ProSLU does, right? It is a mitochondria triggering supplement. Now, not to throw big words in the air, mitochondria is in charge of what your body does in terms of activity. It's what allows your body to get into an active state, right? This supplement convinces your body that you're constantly being active throughout the day, allowing your body to systematically burn more calories because your body thinks that you're being active the entire time, right? And it increases insulin sensitivity. Now, real quick on that. You cannot burn fat without your insulin being sensitive. Insulin sensitivity is what allows your body to stop metabolism to kick in and to start burning fat. And it also allows you to start burning fat while you sleep, because as your metabolism is up, even when you're sleeping, you're burning more calories. Now, a lot of the times when you reach a specific weight, or when you start being a level of obese, or when your body just has had enough of the weight that you're gaining, your thyroid checks out and says, listen, this is enough, your insulin sensitivity stops. And that's why people are like, yo, it doesn't matter how much I try to burn the fat, I'm not burning the fat, my body doesn't want it. Your body isn't what's in control, your insulin is, and your insulin sensitivity is off. So you would then take this in order to allow your body's insulin sensitivity to switch on. And then you now burn fat a whole lot quicker, because your body, now imagine, you've got the nutrition right, not the eat clean, but you have a proper diet, you're training, and then your insulin sensitivity is up, right? You are going to start burning a lot of fat. Like, it works hand in hand, right? Now, in the beginning of this video, I spoke about an output, right? I spoke about the output of what you need to do, which is the training, right? We're going back to what a calorie deficit is. A calorie deficit means that you're burning more than you are eating. That's calorie deficit. Now, brings me to this one here. A thermogenic fat burner. This is a fat burner that's high in caffeine. So, disclaimer, people who have issues with high blood pressure or anyone with chronic medication can't take this. But you can take these two that I've already explained. Why? Because they don't trigger any medications. They're not stimulants, they're peptides. This, however, is the burner, right? This here is what's going to help you burn the fat that's hanging on into your body, right? So, sorry. This is what's going to help you burn your fat, right? Now, why is this important? We're going back to the output. You need to be burning in order to burn, to have it, to be in a calorie deficit. When you're on a fat burner like this, your body, they're called thermogenics, it's heating your body up. The whole concept is, it is burning the fat in your body by increasing your body's temperature, your thermogenesis, and a whole lot of other stuff. Why I love this one, right, is because it has Octodrine, right? But most of you guys, if you research it on the internet, it's called DMHA, right? Dimethylamine. Why is this important? Because it's a compound that extends thermogenesis. In layman's terms, right? It is a compound that extends the burning of the fat in your system, because all these things work in a cycle, right? You burn fat, it's going to go down. That's why people take fat burners twice a day, to keep that thermogenesis going on. With this one, you just need to take it once, an hour before training, or just once a day, because your body is going to be thermogenic for longer, right? You are burning fat for longer. Your body will be burning fat for longer. Why this is important, we go back to what I said in the beginning of the video when I said thermogenesis and the output. So if you're now adding supplements that allow you to burn fat longer, while you're also outputting and training hard to burn more fat, allowing whatever you're eating to be a deficit, you will then burn a lot more fat. The concept is easy. The concept is easy and it's understandable. All you got to do is eat correctly, but not healthy. The concept of eating healthy just means you're depriving yourself. You need a correct diet. You need to have something balanced. It needs to make sense, right? And then the component of these supplements, listen, I guarantee you take this trio. I call it my weight loss stack, right? You go and you take this trio, right? You take this trio for 12 weeks, and you're not going to tell me that you're not going to burn. You're going to be in a whole different body, an entire different body, right? It's not going to be you. You're going to be unrecognizable. Guys, weight loss isn't difficult. Weight loss isn't difficult. It isn't hard, and you just need to apply yourself, right? If you want to know where you can get these supplements, you can DM me. I can organize them for you, and you can just get into it. If you also would like to learn how to eat well, how to get on a diet, you can also DM me, or you can just go onto my website. The link is in my bio. My packages are explained. There's books that you can buy for 12 weeks if you want to just transform and lose all the weight. And if you're struggling to gain weight, there's also books that you can take to gain weight. So I cater for everyone. But if you would like one-on-one coaching, you can also purchase a package on the website as well. So it is to your discretion. Okay, just to end off this with a quick recap of what I'm doing. I'm day 4 in my preparation for my show in Ireland. I'm still sorting out all the paperwork and all that other stuff, but it is day 4 for me. Day 4 of 154, I am going to be competing. The plan is still the same. For those people who do not know, I am going to be competing in the classic division, which is my stage weight for my height. I'm 172 centimeters. Yeah, okay. So my stage weight is 83 kgs. I'm currently 102. I'm in a deficit. I've got 6 months, but obviously preparation is better than simply just chilling around and doing nothing. So that is my plan. Your guys' support is welcome. I'm glad for the support. All you gotta do is just watch my videos. I appreciate just subscribe, follow and subscribe, and just watch the updates. But yeah, so that's the plan. I am enjoying it, but I am about to go and do some legs now. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions, do message me. I'm always available to consult with new clients. Either DM me or just go straight into my messages, and we'll go to the link in the website, and then I'll be able to assist you there. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. I will be seeing you guys, and we will talk.